Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk to you today about Italy and World War I. Now, Italy had become a unified country in 1871. Now, at the time, though, Italy was a poor country, and Italy was agricultural-based. It had an agriculture-based economy. Excuse me. Italy, though, despite that, Italy still imported a good bit of their food. There was massive wealth inequality. And Italy, though, was in a triple alliance with Germany and Austria-Hungary, okay? Germany and Austria-Hungary, though, particularly Austria-Hungary, took that alliance for granted. And under the triple alliance agreement, if either one of those three parties were to go to war, the others had to be compensated some sort of territory. But the Austrians basically lied to the Italians and told them they had no interest in annexing any new territory. But the Austrians did invade Serbia and intended to keep it as one of their colonies. And if they had conquered Serbia. Well, the Austrians basically lied to the Italians, and they still wouldn't give the Italians Trieste or Tyrol or anywhere in the Southern Alps. Okay, so Italy had thought we'd been taken for granted. Also, when Austria annexed Bosnia and Herzegovina in 1908, Italy was not compensated for that. So it's not like the Italians just woke up one day and said, let's become turncoats, let's betray our alliance. No, they were being taken for granted, and they were expected to fulfill a lot of, play a big portion in the war for the Central Powers. But the Italians basically turned over and sided with the Allies. Now, that being said, Italy had a very, very under-equipped and underpaid army. Their army was under-equipped, very underpaid, and the government did not do their POWs right. More Italians POWs died than almost any other Allied POWs. And a lot of this was due to the Italian Red Cross the Italians would not let the Red Cross go or send their Red Cross to the POW camps to make sure they were treated. They wouldn't wave a flag of truce and go send medicine or food to these POWs and still cut off supply lines to Austria-Hungary, but then, wouldn't go send their POWs food and medicine. Because Italy, they're like, well, if you're prisoners of war, you're a coward, and that's not accurate. Despite being outnumbering the Austrians 10-1, and the Italians fought gallantly, they had trouble winning battles in the Isonzo. They finally did win in the Battle of Vittorio Veneto. So they borderline did defeat Austria-Hungary, but they also had to, the soldiers fought bravely and gallantly, and the Austro-Hungarian soldiers had said that. But because a lot of them were conscripts, basically forced in, thrown to the front line, very little training, and the slightest acts of insubordination will get you shot. And let me explain this. One of the drill sergeants, one of the squad leaders and platoon leaders forgot to check all the beds, waking people up to go to the front line. And so two soldiers had slept in, but they didn't wake them up. They miscounted the beds and miscounted the soldiers. And when the soldiers pleaded their case for oversleeping, no, they were beaten and they were executed for oversleeping. But like I said, the Italian soldiers fought bravely. They fought gallantly. They thought that that those territories were rightfully Italy's, and they had a lot of reason to claim them. I mean, they were majority Austro-Hungarians, but the Italians in those areas were being infringed on with their civil rights a lot, and based on any agreements, like Austria-Hungary was going to annex Serbia and then keep all their other territories, but then expect Italy to aid them in the fight before Italy basically defected to the Allies. That being said, Luigi Cadorna, who was the chief of staff of the Italian army, I didn't think he was a very good leader, didn't make sure the soldiers were well paid or well taken care of. And Prime Minister Antonio Salandra didn't exactly provide the best leadership for Italy during that time either. So anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.